there, in this video I'm going to show you how to enter a requisition into our Skyward management system. So to do this, we're going to open up a web browser, go to myflorence.org, and hit enter. Once you're at myflorence.org, we're going to choose Staff and Skyward Access. Click OK, and this will bring you to your login screen for our Skyward Information Management System. Next, your screen for Skyward once you log in will pop up, and on this screen you can see this one I'm logged in as Jen Hoiby, and I did that so that way you could see what your screens will look like as a teacher. Your screen should look something similar to this. Next, what you want to do is you want to come to this down arrow next to the Home button, and you want to click Financial Management. This will get us into the financial management portion of our Skyward system. This is where we need to be to enter in our requisitions. Next, we're going to choose Purchasing, and we're going to go over to Requisitions. Okay, in our requisition system, there's a few ways that we can add requisitions. One, we can add them manually, which is what's going to be covered in this video, but we can also add them as an e-commerce requisition, which we're going to cover in a different video, and we can clone from a purchase order that we used from the previous years. That will be another video as well. So what I'm going to do to start here is I'm going to click on Add, and now this is going to kick me into a section where I can add a new requisition. Just to show you really quick, this is our purchase order, and this portion, this box that we're working in, is going to be this top portion of this requisition. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the requisition group. If I click on this down arrow here, it's going to pop a list of all of the requisition groups that I have. This is where the different accounts will be for the different supplies and different things that I'm going to order. So you can see this one is a training group. This isn't training, I'm going to order supplies. So I'm just going to simply choose the requisition group at the top. Next is really important. This is the fiscal year, okay? The fiscal year that's up here right now is 2017-2018, and that's the year that we're in right now. These supplies I'm going to order are for the next school year for my classroom. So what I want to do is I want to come in and I want to pick this 2018-2019 fiscal year. So that way the charges are being billed appropriately. This next section is very important. This section helps our board reports stay organized, and it helps the girls in the office when the board members read our reports to have everything neat and orderly. So what we're going to do is turn on our cap locks here, and you're going to enter your first initial, last name, followed by a space, a dash, a space, and then a brief description of what you're going to order on this requisition. You do not have to list every single thing. It's just a brief description and overview of everything that I'm ordering on this requisition. Next, I'm going to choose the vendor. This is the place that I'm ordering my supplies from. This ship to address should automatically populate. If it does not automatically populate, please contact Amanda or Yadro or Don Cody in the admin office, either by email or by phone, and have them fix that. Let them know that that's not working for you and they can fix it. Next is the attention line. This attention line should also automatically populate. If it doesn't, please contact Amanda and Don in the office and they can fix that for you. Next is the due date. This due date we're going to change to the first day of the new fiscal year, which is 7/1/2018. The ship date we're going to change to August 10th of the new fiscal year. And those are the dates that we're going to use for anything that we want ordered over the summer. If you have something that you don't think you're going to use until October or November, you can put that date in if you know it. Otherwise, you can just stick to these dates. Ship via, this is important. Best way is going to be for anything that I want ordered over the summer for me to be ready for me when I come back for school at the beginning of the year next year. If this is a conference and I know it's sometime next year and I don't want anybody to order it, but I just know I'm going to be attending, we're just simply going to put in hold. Okay, this requisition is going to be for supplies, so I'm simply going to put in best way. Next, I have the option of save and add detail or save and add mass detail. If I'm only ordering one thing, I can say save and add detail. Save and add mass detail gives me 5 lines to be able to order 5 different sets of supplies that I need on this requisition. So I'm going to click that one for now. And next I will be brought to a screen that will allow me to now work in the bottom portion of this requisition. So now I'm actually going to be entering the items that I want on my PO in this next section. Okay, so here, when it says catalog number, this is the item number in the catalog that you're ordering from, or the item number that's located on the quote that you got from your vendor. So here I'm going to just put in, okay, I'm going to put in MX32. Now this is a part number that was already in the system, and as you can see, it comes up and it tells me that this is a box of 32 pens. The unit cost before was $3.29. So I'm going to order this box of pens. I want one box. $3.29 for a whole box of pens is pretty cheap. But my catalog item says now that it's $15.25. So I'm going to change that amount. It automatically calculates the new amount, and now I'm set to go on to the next item. So the next item I'm going to enter in is so you can see I entered in the next catalog, the item number from the catalog that I have. The quantity that I'm ordering is 5. The unit of measures isn't a box, it's each individual item. The unit cost for each individual item is 89 cents, and the total amount is $4.45. Sometimes you can come and you can click on the down arrow and it will show you the different item numbers that have already been pre-populated for this vendor, or item numbers that you have used for this vendor. So if that's the case and yours matches, you can just simply choose that item from the list and it will pre-populate everything within that vendor. And then you can go back and just make the changes. So on your purchase orders or on your requisitions, you want to make sure that if you are ordering something big like a ream or a box or a pallet of paper, that you make sure you include shipping. If it's something that the shipping will be minimal, or you think the shipping will be included, then it's not so important. But if you do know that the shipping will be charged to that order, you want to make sure that you include that shipping as a line item. So in this case, I'm going to shipping 1 each. The cost to mail my pens and my erasers is going to be $5.25, and it's my shipping charge. So now that is everything that I want to order on that requisition. So next I'm just going to simply come up and say save. Okay, so now you can see I have all the detail for that requisition here on the bottom of my requisition that I've created. We're not done. The next step is we need to choose the account. Over here, you're going to click Add Requisition Accounts, and this is going to allow us to choose the account in which those supplies are going to come out of. So if you come up here and you look, I can see that this account is a supplies account. So that's probably the one that I'm going to choose, but I'll just show you how this works really quick. If I click on this one, it says library books. If I click on this next one, it says software. Well, I know that that's not where I want to put these supplies. I actually want it in my supplies account, which tells me supplies right here. So I'm just going to select this, This I want to be 100%. However, if I was ordering supplies, and maybe I did have a textbook in here, I could choose to divide these up and add another requisition account and tell how much money that book was for, maybe, and then it would divide it up for me. So if my book was $4.95 and the rest of my supplies were $20, then I would have my total of the percentages it automatically calculates. Okay, in this case, I don't want that. I don't want that account in there. It's all just going to go to my supplies account. So I'm going to remove this, and in here, I'm going to type in the $24.95, and it's going to put that 100% to that account. So once you're done with this, next you're going to come up here and save account distribution. And now that portion of our account is, or of our purchase order is done. And the next thing that we need to do is just say save and finish later. And when we do that and say save and finish later, it will come up and our requisition is now done. Once we have all of our requisitions done, then what we need to do is reach out to Amanda Yadro either by email or by phone and let her know that your requisitions are complete. She will review them, and then if there's any questions that she has, she'll get back to you. Otherwise, she will then just take and order them over the summer. So that's it for entering a manual PO. Thanks for watching, and I hope it was helpful.